Hello everybody. I'm going to be doing a Savannah Spurlock tonight. I have been speaking with an energy for the last 2 days off and on. I do have 2 full pages. Now, I feel like she is past. I do not expect anything other than that. I haven't fully connected with it. I haven't fully connected with her yet, and I've been getting off and on responses from her to see if I would get anything back. I am going to read off what I do have from her. I am going to give you what I do have, and then we're going to see if she feels up to coming through tonight and speaking even more. I feel like when I was asked to do this case, I was asked to do this case by a few people, and I didn't really feel connected to it right away. But I've also gotten 2 full sheets, which tells me she is passed on. Whether she does communicate with me tonight, I'm hoping she does, so we can get more open about with what happened. But if any of this stuff does make sense, please do so to write the comments underneath her video. I will be also doing a tarot session, just because I like to work with both venues. I feel that there is a whole bunch more that's going to come through, and I think that when the list I say is spoke of, I think it's going to make some sense, because I feel like the only thing I'm having trouble with is her name. Usually I can't, excuse me, I'm just so tired. I connect with the name in itself. And for me, she calls herself Savannah Snow. And I feel like that was a nickname maybe she was given, or maybe it had to do with a show that she liked to watch. I just feel that her name, I feel like I would call her that if I knew her, Savannah Snow. I know her name is Savannah Spurlock, but I feel like I would call her Savannah Snow. She gives me a sense of, call me Savannah Snow, I look like Snow White, I guess you could say. I guess that's kind of the feeling that I get from her. It's more or less she's referencing that to kind of generalize herself as she's a beauty. She's a fairy princess. Snow White and the 7 Dwarves. Okay, never heard that one before in reading, but I'm going to read to you what I do have. The list is 2 pages long, almost a page and a half, and who's the female speaking right now? Savannah Snow. Okay, now is your name Savannah Snow or Savannah Spurlock? Spurlock. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna get into her list. off and on for the last few days, I've been speaking with her energy just to see if I'll get a reaction back, as in if she's passed, I won't hear really next to anything. I can pick up on things about people still, even if they're not passed. But when she had verified herself to me twice today, 3 times and 4 times, then 5th time, I had received a scratch on my face. I'm not too sure if you can really see it. It's covered in makeup. It's right here. But a lot of people would have been scared by that. I was not. That just tells me that she's going to have markings on her face. And I also got like a red spot right here. I was itching at it today. Most people would have thought, oh, well, that's just it's just a bite of some sort. And I feel like hearing the word choke numerous times, either she was choked or she choked on something that had made her pass on. I feel like either a representation of choking or she was actually choked. So I'm going to read off now what I have for her on my auto writings. And if I get any more from her tonight, I will try to ask her some questions and see what else she has to say. I'm going to get a drink really quick. So the first thing I got was persons of interest. Hill, planned, African American male. That, for me, this man, he was the #1 planner in this. He orchestrated the whole thing, but he also had friends that helped him. The number 3, broken watch she showed me. Now that part, that can be a representation because she showed me a time on there. It said, I think it said 1:55 or 2:55. Now that can just mean either she was wearing a watch and something very significant happened at that time, or I didn't view the time the right way, because if it was 2:55 in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, I feel like that in itself means something. That's why I got the number 3 as well. I also have the number 5. I have the word lookout. Why isn't he arrested? Intoxicated, drug use, warrant. Now warrant can mean anything at this given time right now. It can mean warrant for your arrest. It can mean a street name. It can mean a person's name. There's so many weird names out there, you just never know. Picture released. Watched out for them. That part I feel like is what led me to the other males. There are a few other males. I feel like this person orchestrated it and he had watch outs. Like people watched for him, as in, so in case anybody was coming, or he just knew how to plan it. He knew how to fulfill his agenda. I have the word Ross or route. I like to give 2 different, variations of words. Kept hidden. Loss or lost. Corner. Now, I don't know if she meant a corner, like a house would be on a corner, or a corner, like someone that views a body, that comes in and picks the body up. And her dress, she showed me a very pretty dress she was wearing. Followed. Credit cards. Her credit cards, I think, I hear the word used. Now, I really hope whoever took this girl did not use her credit cards, because how stupid are they? It'd be really dumb to use somebody's credit cards, and after you hurt them, it'd be really stupid on their part. Duct tape, or she could have paid with a credit card to prove where she was. You know, some like a bar, she could have paid with a credit card, or a store that would prove her point of time where she was. I got the word traveled, exhume body, which gave me another thought. Okay, obviously, corner can mean the corner of a house, like a house on a corner, or a corner is going to exhume her body, find her body, as in after she's found. Hurry before it's too late. Says her name again. The word's not good. The word cliff. Walked with them. Cliff, I think, remote location. Cliff, I believe, is a location for a reason, and I'll tell you that in a minute. They stole my purse. I hate feeling like when she says they, there was a group. She showed me somebody going through her purse, like looking for something, looking for evidence. She says the word for evidence, which tells me somebody lost her ID, or the ID dropped inside the vehicle that I saw her traveling in. And when they went through her purse, they couldn't find it. And I think that worries them, because her ID is most likely going to be found in the car that she was in with these men. So I think they're really nervous, or her ID was found in that car already by evidence-wise. Looking for it, she says. Lost it. So I think that her identification is not found. But even though they stole her purse, I feel like her ID isn't in her purse when they took it, and they're worried about that because they don't know where her ID was going to be found. Is it going to be found in the car? Is it going to be found wherever she was at? And that makes them nervous because they don't know where her ID is, and they took her places. Retrieved it. So, retrieved it, I don't know what means yet. Record or record. So either these men have records already, or they recorded the assault on her. Trees, a small stream, woods. Now what I mean by stream is, the reason I'm going to explain this is because I feel like I have to. Because I also got the word Google Maps. And also north route, guard or garden. The stream that I saw, that I was shown, it is so tiny that it's like the water just flows, skimming over the little rocks. Like it's what does that mean? Man-made. Whatever man-made means. Okay. So the stream that I see is so tiny that the water's just skimming the rocks, but it's flowing at a gentle pace. That's what I have for what I've heard so far. Savannah, would you like to say anything? Would you like to give your parents a message? Take them away. Don't want them to see. Sorry, my throat is very dry. It's diet soda in a cup. Do not think I drink, because I do not at all. I do not drink out of plastics. I do not eat off of plastic silverware. A lot of toxins in that stuff. Okay, sweetie. So, you said take them away. Don't want them to see. The word dad. Tell him I love him. Tell him I love him. Sons. Savannah, may I ask you a few questions? Sweetheart, who are the men? Who are the men that took you? Did you know them? Why do I see you going with them? Why do I see you traveling with them? Party. Car. Let me see. I wrote some questions down for you. I'm trying to be very careful how I state anything on here, because I know that this is an ongoing thing, and I need to be careful how I state these questions. You said they stole from you. She says yes, and shows me her purse being dumped out as if they're looking for something. Was this a robbery? Were you robbed, Savannah? You had showed me yesterday a black male. His hands were over your mouth, and he was dangling his keys in front of your face, and you looked scared. Raped me. Savannah, where did they take you? North route. Did you say the numbers? If you can read this on the paper, Savannah, can you tell me what that says? Okay. I need to make sure that this is a route, honey, because I need to make sure I'm receiving your information correctly. Savannah, why did I get a scratch on my face today, and why Is my throat bothered again? Choked me. Okay, honey, now did they choke you with their hand or did they use something else? Something else. What else could I ask you, sweetie? Savannah, did they use any other weapons on you? Sweetie, are you north route from which place? Is that car or bar? She says car or bar. Who followed you, honey? You're telling me followed, traveled. Yeah. She shows me another blackmail. White male. You said exhume body. You're showing me being brought up from the ground again. I feel this girl is buried somewhere. Sweetheart, why did you show me the trees, the woods, the small stream, and the tree? You said the word trail. Okay, sweetie. Let me ask you another question, okay? Can you tell me why you went with these men? And you said the words dam and bridge. Caucasian. Male. Which tells me a white male. Okay. Who went through your purse? They did. Now you said record or record. What did you mean by that? I think she's saying they have records. Sweetheart, how many, I hate asking these types of questions. How many men raped you? 3. Okay. That's where 3 is then. She said 3. Number 3, yes. That's why you said look out, wasn't it? They were raping you and somebody was looking out and nobody heard. Oh, God. Nobody heard me. Savannah, did they drug you? Why are you showing me? I think they're saying, I think she's saying that she was drugged. She was drugged. Now, why did you say Google Maps? Find me. Okay, sweetie. Now, this trail and this garden. This trail and garden, is this near where you are? Off what, honey? Off route what? What route? The same one you told me earlier? Savannah, is the garden and trail off the route that you told me earlier? To left. Okay. What road are you near? Sorry, I'm referring back to the questions that I have written down here. Do you know what the name of the bridge is? Is there a sign there, or where is the bridge and dam located? North. Okay. That's why I asked. Sometimes not asking for info is a pain in the ass because I don't know what I'm getting back. I'm not too sure what to ask in cases sometimes, but I can only ask from her auto writings and what do they mean or reference. I keep seeing these men go through her purse. They're looking for something. I think they're looking for her car keys. But her car's not there. It says car gone. Now that can mean just parked someplace. They're very slick on what they did. Very slick, these little bastards, excuse my language. These are slick people. They're not that smart. Sorry, I'm just going over my list of questions for her. Where did they put her? Whose house? You said house, too. House corner. Yes. Yes. Whose house were you at? The white males. Shows me a trampoline. Tool shed. Grease. What does grease mean, honey? an odd term to use. This is an odd term to use, but I'm going to repeat it because she said it. She says the word grease monkey. Now, that's usually a term used for people who work on cars, and their hands always have, I think, grease on them, or say that again. Tone. What does tone mean? Is that a name, or is that like a tone of a color? Car. It says car. Seat. Back seat. You said bridge and dam. Now, do you is that bridge and dam? Do you know the street name that's on? Is there any signs around you? Street signs around you? What did you say it said? She says street. Fall. Is there a street? Do you know? Did you see any street signs? When you were in the back seat? Call mother. Are you saying you called your mother, or you want me to call your mother? Sons. Is anyone covering this up besides the men? Savannah SNOW Spurlock dead. Savannah, are you? Is that what you were trying to show me earlier? Trees? Oh, shit. I think she's going to be wrapped in something. I see men carrying her wrapped in something. I don't know the weather where she is at. I don't even know if it's warm there or cold there, but I do get the feeling that she is buried in the ground somewhere in tree area. North route. She's saying this again, north route. Shows me her hand. Savannah. Are the men that did this before, Do the police know about them? The people that did this to you, they've done this before to somebody else, haven't they? Yes. Do the police know who they are? Yes. In custody. Let go. Are you saying that they were in custody but they were let go? Yes. Do you know what street or road you were on? Lane. A word with an R, like Roger or I don't think that was it, but there's some type of lane she speaks of. R. It has an R in it. She keeps speaking about this R word, this R name. Savannah, are you buried or are you not buried? Am I seeing it wrong? You're showing me you wrapped up in something, honey, and there's men carrying you from the top half of your body and the bottom half of your body. Where are they putting you? What are they putting you in? Hole. Well, honey, wouldn't that be a hole in the ground? Or is it someplace else? Savannah SNOW Spurlock, not buried but dead. She says whole, but I don't understand what she's trying to. I don't understand what she's trying to say to me, and I feel guilty because she's telling me and showing me something, and I'm not perceiving it the way she's telling me, and she's telling me I'm wrong, and I'm not understanding it right. Hunter. Gunshot wound. Did you say gunshot wound to the head, Savannah? She says something about a gunshot wound. Back head, I think that's what she said. I could be wrong. But I heard gunshot wound, also Hunter. Savannah, again, honey, do you know exactly where you are, sweetie? Have you ever been in the area where you are? Do you not know where your body is, honey? Do you not know the area? Do you want me to give a message to anybody today? I can't make out what you're saying, honey. Would you like to give a message to your parents, your family, anybody? I know you said something earlier. Take them away. My boys. Savannah, did you have kids? How many kids did you have? I think she said 4. I could be wrong. I think she said 4 kids. 3 or 4 kids. December. Savannah, would you like to say anything else, honey? Anything else at all before I close the session? I appreciate you for coming. I thank you. And I'm sure all this information is going to be looked at. You said something. What did you say, honey? Carry her. Okay. What do you mean carry her? Rug. I believe she's wrapped in a rug. If she's not wrapped in a rug, she's wrapped in something like such, as and such. Duct tape. Yep, son of a bitch. Hard to see the blood. Plastic. There's so much things that she said. This is like by far the most I've ever gotten. I've gotten a couple pages before and then worked on it to where I've had multiple sessions with one spirit, but this poor sweetheart is... Honey, can you describe your assailants? Can you describe the suspects? Picture. In the picture. Whatever that means. These bastards are in a picture. Camera. Self. Chicken. Oh. I'm so glad you're talking to me again. I thought you left me. Did you say horse, honey? Did you say horse or another word? Horse. Horse. All right, honey. I think I get the picture here, what you're trying to tell me. Okay, sweetie, I want to ask you one more time. Purse drop. Lose identity. You will never lose your identity. Never. You will never lose your identity, or unless you're saying your identification card again, honey. Don't you ever feel that way, because you will never lose your identity. Purse drop, lose identity. I think she's saying she lost her identification card and they can't find it. And I think something was found in that very car. She says, call mom. Oh, honey. Honey, I don't think that your mom would listen to me, or your dad. People like me, we shouldn't do that unless the parents ask us to. She's speaking of her boys. Are you describing one of your kids? Or are you talking about your hair? Savannah, what is something that I could tell your mom and dad so they know that you're here with us? What do you mean? She's saying release pic. I don't know if that means maybe release the pictures of something or somebody. Mom knows I love her. I'm sure she does, honey. She shows me kissing a little child. Was that something for one of your children, honey? Are you saying your son is 4? She says she shows me her kissing a little boy with blonde hair. Now, I could be wrong on the hair color because I feel like, I don't know if she's trying to say he should look more of her hair color or if she's referencing her hair color. But she's stating that he's 4. What about your dad? She's saying something about her dad. What about your dad, honey? She shows me a pic of her and her dad. Now, I don't know if he looks like... It looks like he's in some sort of a chair. I don't know if it's a wheelchair or if it's just a chair. I don't know. It's just... He's sitting and she's standing and she's taking a pic. My dad's gonna love you. Oh, that's sweet. Did you say Charlie? Race? Charlie or Carly? I'll write 2 different variations down. My friend knew not to let me go. She says her friend knew not to let her go. She knew something bad. Do you mean she knew something bad was coming to you by you going with them, or what did you mean? Did she know that they were going to hurt you, or did she just get a feeling? Okay. Wrong. Wrong? What do you mean wrong? Place. Wrong place. Wrong time. Okay. Would there be anything else that you'd like to say? Can you do you have any more about the men that took you? I'd like to help prosecute them for you, sweetie. You deserve that. You deserve to be brought to justice. She says caught. Like they're going to be caught. Evidence. Okay, honey. Will there be anything else that you'd like to say to your family or to your friends or anybody that's watching tonight? We close the door. What do you mean? It's almost as if she makes herself as if she was sitting in the middle of a car and there were two people here and she was here. Didn't have a chance. Oh, honey. Well, Savannah, your children that you say you have? You say you have 4 children, or your son is 4? And you say the words December and take them away, my boys. And there was a message in the beginning. Clothes, her clothes. Or something about her clothes. Blood spatter. Fabric. Wow, honey, you are just, you keep talking. If you want to talk, we can keep talking. If this is going to help you and people are going to listen to you, then you do that. We can talk. 1 hour? What do you mean, 1 hour? Oh, we've been talking 1 hour? Oh my god. My phone says 54 minutes and 16 seconds and counting. Yes, we've been talking a whole hour, honey. We can go, you can go home if you want, honey. You can go to the light, honey. And you can go to the light. It's okay to go to the light. You're going to be brought to justice. I have faith. I have faith that you're going to be brought to justice. Or you can go kiss your kids goodnight and your mom and dad. And then go to the light. It's never goodbye. We can always come back. Go to the light, honey. It's okay. Spurlock. She's a Spurlock, she says. She's saying she doesn't run away. She's a Spurlock. What about your mom, honey? She's saying something about her mom now. Mom made me promise to come back. Mom made me promise to come back that night. Oh, I gotcha, honey. So you mean she made you promise to come home and you didn't get to come back home? She says, I am home with my sons. Mommy loves them. Okay, Savannah. I'm going to give you just a couple more minutes, honey, okay? If you don't want to talk anymore. If you have any more to say, we can certainly continue. Rest. I think she's saying she needs a rest. Do you need a rest, Savannah? Go home now. Okay, honey. Well, you go home. You go home to the light, or you go home and you give your babies a kiss and your family a kiss. And it's okay. It's okay that they know what happened. It's okay that you move on to the light, because your sons that you say you have are going to remember you either way, because I'm sure your family is going to keep you in their memory. She's lost. They lost me. You're never lost, honey. Remember that. You have the power to create always a smile and a special place within their heart. I didn't get to create a home with them. Stupid. I was stupid. No, honey, you're not stupid. You're not stupid. You wanted to have a little fun, and people took advantage of you, and they tricked you. It's not your fault. Everybody needs to have a little fun once in a while in their life. It's not always about constantly being busy and forgetting to breathe, and sometimes we don't realize until the moment it hits us what's going on, and by then it's too late, because it's okay that you went to a party or whatever it is that you did. But it's not okay that I didn't come home. Your dad knows, Savannah. I think your dad knows you love him. And Mom knows how much too. Yes, honey, they do. I believe that. I really do. And hopefully they see this video. If they do, then I guess I'm blessed, because I got to relay your messages to them. So, well, okay, Savannah, I'm gonna close our, oh my god, it's an hour. It's an hour exactly. How funny is that? It's an hour exactly. So I'm going to shut this video down and our session down, but do realize I'm always here to talk with you if you want to talk, okay? I'm always here to give a message to your mom and dad if you want. And those beautiful kids that you say you have. You said it. How many kids did you say you have? Are you trying to say your son is 4 or you have 4 kids? And babies. Babies, you mean babies. You have more than 1 baby? 2. Well, thank you for coming. You really, truly touched my heart. Make mom understand what? You didn't let your mom down, honey. You did not let her down. She knows. Just needed a break from mommy duties for a while. That's perfectly acceptable, honey. We all do. Okay. Well, good night, Savannah, and I hope. She says there's no time here. Like you do. She's trying to say there where she is, there's no existence of time. Okay, my darling. Well, I'm going to close this session down. I do have another person I'm supposed to read for. Depending if I decide to do it tonight, I will do it tomorrow, if not tonight. My next reading is going to be a Jeanette Champion. I will do it tonight or tomorrow, depending on how I emotionally feel. My throat is really bothered by Savannah, so I feel like she was in this area where I believe she was choked, this very area. But she has a whole lot to say. This girl spoke. The pages that I'm passing, she spoke. Very talkative young lady. Beautiful, too. Snow White and 7 Dwarves. I wonder if that was one of her favorite movies as a child. I mean, who, as a little girl, we all had our fantasy movies that we liked, you know. But I told her she is allowed to come back once in a while and give a message to her family if she'd like. Yes, honey, I know. She just says Savannah SNOW Spurlock killed. She says goodbye, Mom. What do you mean? Tell my dad to bring my son to see me. Does that mean that you're gonna be found and you'll have a regular burial, like a burial, a consecration burial? Yes. So I guess that's saying that she's going to be brought to justice. So I'm gonna end this long video. She is a very, very, very active spirit. She loves to talk, and I'm so very glad that she shared with me her joys, which are her children and her family, and her hardships, which was this awful night. This is my video for Savannah Spurlock, Savannah SNOW Spurlock. I must add that in. I feel that is very important that I add that in. I'm also going to do a tarot session for her as well. Do you not want me to do one? Okay. So, I am going to shut this video down. As you can see, she had a whole bunch to say. I could have swore I just seen an orb go this way, but could be. I'll go back and look. I'm not sure what that was. So everybody have a good night, and I hope that you find this video for Savannah very helpful. To her family, if you see this, this is not a joke. This is not some game. This is very serious in nature, and I'm here to help you. So if you need to contact me, please do so. And my condolences to you. She loves those babies, and she loves you guys. So please hold that to your hearts and understand that Savannah SNOW Spurlock is very much with us still, and she's not going away until they're found. And I think we owe that to her. So God bless everybody, and I hope this video finds you in good health and in safety, okay? So good night, everybody. Have a wonderful afternoon, as in this is my afternoon. My nights are my afternoon, so goodbye, everybody.